Today we will cover the following topics. We will learn about measuring time, and in this we are going to study instruments for measuring time. We will learn about pendulum clock, watch, stopwatch and stop clock, and then we will learn about clock system. So our first topic is measuring time. Now why do we need time? Because time is very essential part of our life, and without time we will not be able to do our daily activities properly. So many daily activities like getting up in the morning, coming to school, attending classes, watching television are all time bound. We all know that whenever we come to school, we have a time and we have a dismissal time. But suppose if there is no time, means in that case students will do whenever they want, they will come to school, and whenever they want they will leave. So this is going to be very this is going to create many confusions. So to avoid all these confusions in life, time is very essential. So accurate measurement of time is very necessary, and time may be defined as interval between two events. So suppose if I say that I took 1 hour to complete a task, so what is that? What is that time? So that is the interval between two events, means when I started that working on that work and when I finished. So that is the time interval. So I can say that I took 1 hour to complete a time. Here we have different units of measuring time, and we have the relationship between them. Like 1 solar day, this is equal to 24 hour, and we all know that 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes, then 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. So if we know what is hour and what is minute, then we can very easily convert this 1 solar day into seconds. So this is 1 solar day, we know that this is equals to 24 hours. So 24 hour, each hour is equal to 60 minutes, so it is multiplied by 60, and then each minute is this comprises of 60 seconds. So finally we will get this many seconds in 1 solar day. Then we know that 7 days make a 1 week. This is equal to 1 week. Then in 1 year we have 365 days. 1 decade is equals to 10 years. 1 century equals to 10 decades, or which is equal to 100 years, and 1 millennium is equal to 10 centuries. So these are very important units of time. Now we all know that in earlier times there were no standard unit for measuring time. So people, they used some natural events to measure the time. So in earlier times people used to measure time with the help of natural events as they occur at regular intervals. Like if we take full moon day or new moon day, we know that these all occur in regular intervals. So people used to measure time, measure their activities according to these events. And some of the devices which they developed later on, some of them devices were like sundial, then they had sand clock. Now here we have a definition of what is 1 solar day. Here we studied about solar day. So solar day is the time taken by Earth to complete one rotation. We all know that Earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. So this is your 1 solar day. And here we have some very smaller units of time. 1 microsecond is equals to 10 to the power of minus 6 second, and 1 nanosecond is equals to 10 to the power of minus 9 second. Now here we have some instruments for measuring time. This all of you must be having. We all have a clock, we have watch, and then this is a stopwatch. So we are going to study about them one by one. So this is a normal pendulum clock which all of you must be having in your home, or we have different kind of clocks also. So we have to study about pendulum clock, then we have to study about watch, and we have to study about stopwatches. Then what is a pendulum clock? This works on the principle of a simple pendulum and uses a swinging pendulum as its time keeping element. So if you have seen this kind of clock in your home, then you must have seen that this pendulum keeps on moving like this. So, and you in the last class you have also studied about pendulum, that it goes to and fro from one place to another place. So it completes one to and fro motion in 2 seconds. So to and fro means if it goes from here, from the mean position to here, this is 1 2, and again if it goes back to its opposite direction, this is your fro. So 1 2 and fro, this will take about 2 seconds. The dial of the clock consists of 12 markings. You must have seen that this consists of 12 markings. Then each marking is divided into 5 smaller divisions. That we know that uh, this 12 markings on the clock, they have smaller 5 divisions which consist of minutes. So it has total 60 divisions, that is 12 into 5, that is equals to 60. And there are 3 needles, namely hour, minute and second arm. So each clock they have 3 needles, that is for hour, minute and second arm. Then our next kind of device, that is watch. This is your watch which we wear in our wrist. So watch has same marking as a clock. This also has the same marking. In watch, the hour, minute, seconds, arm are set in motion by a wound up spring. Here we have a wound up spring. So nowadays either it has a wound up spring, or it is also done through electric button cells also. So this kind of watch which have wound up spring, they are known as analog watches. But nowadays we also have electric button cells used instead of wound up spring, and some watches that display time directly are known as digital watches. Some of the watches you must be wearing which directly shows the time. It doesn't have any minute, hour or second arm, but it will directly show you the time. Such kind of watches are known as digital watch. Then finally we have stop watches and stop clock. This you must have seen in your school if you are having any sports event, or when you will go to higher classes, you will study in you will use this stop watches in your laboratories. So these are used to measure short interval of time. Normally if you go for a race that is for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, so there is a stopwatch to measure that how much time you have taken to cover up a distance. Or suppose if you are participating in debate or in extempore, normally in extempore you are given 1 minute to speak on a particular topic. So this stopwatch is very useful to measure that 1 minute, so that small unit of time. So this type of watches, they mostly have a display panel that gives time in a digital format, and these are used in some time bound activities such as debate, sports, extempore. And you will also use this in laboratories when you will do some experiments and where there is a very important of accurate time. In that case you are going to use this stop watches and stop clock. Then we have the clock system. Normally we have two kinds of clock system. One is 12-hour clock system, and we have 24-hour clock system. Here you can see this is the normal clock which is divided into 12 hour, and this is a clock which is divided into 24 hours. Now what are these? In 12-hour clock system, 24 hours of a day is divided into two periods of 12 hours. We know that first 12 hours will comprise of your AM, that is anti-meridium, and the next 12 hours that will comprise of post-meridium, which we call it as PM. So here comes AM and PM. Then what is AM? Time period that is of 12 hours from midnight to noon. Means from midnight to noon. You know what is noon, so that period is known as AM, and we call it as anti-meridium. And from noon to midnight, that timing, all those timing will be called as PM. So suppose if anybody says 6 PM, and what is the difference between 6 PM and 6 AM? So 6 PM, this is a time which is occurring in evening, and 6 AM is a time which is occurring in the morning. And here we have a 24-hour clock system. Here you can see that a day is divided into 24 hours numbered from 0 to 23. So here we have the starting point is 0 and this will end at 23. So here we can see that they are having 24 divisions are there. A day begins from 0 hours, that is from midnight, and ends after 24 hours, which is 0 hours of midnight again. So a day, it starts from midnight and then again it will end up after 24 hours of midnight. Then time from 0 to 12 hours represent AM. So here we have 0 to 12 up to here. This will be called as AM, and time from this 12 noon to midnight means from here 12 to here 00, this will represent as PM. Now suppose if anybody tells you that now the time is 16 hours 15 minutes. Now what does this represent? This represent 4 hours. This represent 4:15 PM. Now how to calculate that? We will subtract 12 from this 16 hours 15 minutes. We will subtract 12 from this and we get 4 hours 15 minutes. Now here, as this is 16 means it is more than 12, that is why this will be PM, this will not be AM. So the timing will be 4:15 PM. And this kind of clock, this is mostly used in transportation services and like in railways, and these are used to avoid confusion. So for example, suppose if anybody tells you that at 4 train will come, means at what time it is, whether AM or PM. So to avoid that, this 24-hour clock is being used by transportation services. So this is all about what we have to study today. The next day we are going to study about temperature.